What's up, Capricorn? Welcome to Sagittarius season. Welcome to December 2020. This is going to be for you Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Of course, it's not going to resonate with all of you guys, so please don't get corns on your feet trying to make a shoe fit that don't. I want to give a happy early birthday shout out to all you December Capricorns. We're almost in your season. This is a crazy ass time, and I'm really thankful that you're all here. Let's get into this read, but before we do, let's talk about a couple dates. Key dates to look out for this month would be December 14th. We are going to be having that new moon solar eclipse in Sagittarius, right? So new moon, new beginnings. I think it's going to be quite nice, a really good shift. Sagittarius energy is very open-minded and very honest and very playful, and coming out of Scorpio season where things have been a bit heavy and people have been a little bit more vulnerable, I think it's going to be a great change of pace, right? Also, we are having a a full moon in Cancer at the end of the month on the 29th, which will actually be in your season, but we're talking about December, so let's just hit it now. Cancer is your polar opposite sign. We're talking about that. We're going to be talking about a lot to do with relationships for you guys, right? Because it's going to be hitting your 7th house. So, keeping a lookout for that. I suspect there will be a lot of shifts around relationships for a lot of people, whether they're closing out or opening or just elevating to a whole new level. Another really big date for this month is December 21st, which I'm sure if you guys have been watching videos like this, you probably already heard about the major conjunction. This is a conjunction that only happens every 20 years, right? So it's kind of a big deal. This year is going to be the first year in 200 years that it's actually happening in an air sign. It's going to be happening 0 degrees Aquarius, which is really, really beautiful because a lot of astrologers say that they believe that this conjunction is kind of opening that gateway for us to enter into the age of Aquarius. And the fact that it's happening at 0 degrees is really like, there's endless potential, there's endless possibilities. It's really going to be, in some ways, a whole new world, a big shift for a lot of people. Now, the fact that it's happening in an air sign this year instead of earth sign, which it's been for the last 20 years, 200 years, that says a lot too. Earth sign, you guys are connected to material possessions, wealth, that kind of stuff. It's all very material, business, corporations, government, tangible shit, right? How much money do I have? How big my house is? All that kind of stuff. Whereas now being an air sign, this is going to usher in more of that sense of community and togetherness and, really embracing creative and individual thought. Really, tech is going to be going crazy, which we already know. Like, people are doing more things online with the times than ever before, and it's not going to stop. It's more of a humanitarian energy of being there for one another, which we see how that's playing out in the world right now. You've got people who are loudly like, yo, we got to look out for everybody, and really kind of fighting against the man or whatever in order to do so. So huge shift, beautiful. A lot of people are saying it's the end of the world. No, I don't think so. But the end of maybe the world as we know it, sure. I don't think that's going to be anything short of positive, though, although it is going to be very dynamic. And as we know, change can be quite uncomfortable. So a couple things to look out for this month, right? Now with you guys, last time I talked to you guys, I think it was like I'm pretty sure I was telling you to slow down because there was just more details or whatever you guys needed in order to make the proper decisions. I think a lot of you guys, especially in terms of a relationship capacity, have been feeling like you're in a really good place with someone. Some of you guys have connected with someone new, and that's brought forth some fun and fuzzy feelings. But just being mindful of slowing down. Now, I'm saying that because your last two cards, which it's interesting, they popped up together, Temperance and 7 of Pentacles, which to me, these cards really tell a story when they're together. First of all, that patience factor, right? Slow down, be patient, knowing that you can't rush time, girl. You cannot force something to happen that's not ready, right? And the 7 of Pentacles is really about being patient too and sowing seed into things, but she's not quite sure. right? She's not quite sure. This is someone who's like becoming a new plant mom, and they're did I water the things right? Is it sprouting? Does it like this system? Does it like this routine? It's really about finding your way and planting seed into things, but it's also about being patient, because at this point we aren't quite sure of the outcome. Right now, bottom of the deck, you guys have the Eight of Swords energy, which is that stuck energy. This is about feeling stuck in your own head, right? You get to the point where you're just thinking and thinking and thinking and over analyzing to the point where you can't move, to the point of paralysis. Now, a lot of people have been in their feelings lately. Again, I said we were just in Scorpio season, and Venus is in Scorpio right now. But Venus moves into Sagittarius on the 15th, which I think will be a big deal for a lot of people, because especially if there's been anything that you've been holding on to, any hurt, pain, concerns that maybe you haven't quite figured out a way in how to express to someone. Mercury shifting into Sagittarius helps. It helps with that. It helps with being able to feel confident enough to have these real conversations, these candid conversations, and it helps, I think, for the other person on the receiving end so that they can hear you, right? Because many of us know, I know for sure, I'm a Libra. This is my specialty. One thing Libras are great at. We understand that it's not always about what you say, but how you say it. Tact absolutely matters. But when we're all spun and we're all in our feelings, sometimes we say things and sometimes we hurt people unintentionally and we didn't even mean to. We're just going through our own things. So that's why I say, I think, Mercury and Venus are both going to be moving into Sagittarius. Well, I think Venus is there now. Maybe they might have just moved. Anyways, Mercury, Venus, and Sagittarius at that point will all be, and the Sun will all be in Sagittarius at that point, and that will be really, really good for communication, especially communication and relationships if you've been feeling a little stuck, okay? Now, you guys open up the World card, which we love to see it. The World is indicating that you have overcome huge obstacles. You are on a whole new level. You leveled up. This is the universe working in your favor, right? These are things changing. This can indicate a huge shift in your life. Maybe some of you guys, again, jumped into a relationship. Maybe some of you guys have moved, which I am sensing a little bit of shifting in terms of your home life here. So that could be indicating that. But this is saying, like, congratulations, you completed that level. We're moving on to the next one. This also highlights the fixed characters. So you might be dealing with like a fixed sign person, an Aquarius, a Scorpio, a Taurus, or a Leo. All of those are connected to the World. And look, we've got the Sun card. Yeah, I think a lot of you guys, look, I remember earlier in the year, we had talked a lot about struggle. A lot of you guys had been dealing with a difficult relationship, didn't know how to walk away from. Some of you guys, I remember it being Virgo. Some of you guys, I remember Aries was another strong one. This is about happiness now. This is about you have done the work that you needed to do to get to the place to where you are now. And you really should be able to celebrate yourself, right? Feel okay with that. I do want to say there's a lot of emphasis, which I felt immediately when I pulled the cards. There's a lot of emphasis on kids for you guys. You got two pages right next to each other. And I don't know, I was just feeling like I don't always jump to kids with Page, even though I know it's a younger, less elevated energy, but I felt like there's something around kids. So I don't know if you guys have friends or family who have had kids. I don't know if you guys have just had a kid, but there's something about family, home, kid dynamic too. And with the Sun card, that talks about kids as well and family. So maybe that could have to do with that. But this is a whole new world. I think a lot of you guys, especially if you don't have children right now, a lot of that thought is on the table of like, okay, what do I want? What's my next step? How do I want my life to be designed type thing? Now, what's interesting is after the World card, you've got the Two of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. I really don't care to see that, but also I have a feeling there might be something coming up in terms of work. I think a lot of you guys are coming to a point where you have to make a decision, right? Two of Swords is absolutely the time where we have to, where we come to a fork in the road, right? This new moon that's sitting there, that indicates that maybe this new moon will be really important for you guys in terms of your employment. But especially, like, let's say if you've been dealing with some drama at work or just things that you don't like about work, if you've kind of been complaining for a while that you don't like your job, you don't like your boss, you don't like your coworkers, that type of thing, you guys are now, something comes up this month to where you're like, yo, I got to shit or get off the pot. It just feels like there's an event that you cannot, and that might have to do with the world. Maybe that's the congratulations that you handled something so well, but it now brings you to this place of needing to make a decision. I think on one hand, there is, you know, it's balancing like, what can I afford to give up? Because with this Five of Pentacles, we can't deny that this might put you in a place of uncertainty when it comes to your finances, which we know Capricorns don't do broke, honey. My best friend's a Capricorn. She don't do broke. She always got her coins together. So it feels like this is a decision that, whether it's your job or whatever, I don't know, because I feel like there's movement happening, like actually physically moving residences. I feel like there's something around children. And then I feel for others of you, there's something around maybe like your job. Now, this is something that you really have to look into for you, because I think there's fear of like, okay, yo, my finances are going to be tight for a little while though, until I find something new, or that type of thing. Y'all know what to do. Definitely, if this has to do with the job, definitely you could start your search now. It seems like some of you guys need to. What I do love is clarifying that Two of Swords, you have the Star card. Star card is dreams and wishes coming true. So if you're in a weird situation with your job, I feel like you're going to find yourself in a better one, whether that means even if it comes from an unfortunate event, you know, sometimes unfortunate things can be the catalyst for something great happening. So in a worst case scenario, let's say you get fired for something. It doesn't matter. You're going to be walking into something better. Yes, there is the concern of the Five of Pentacles. And yes, there's just that concern of no one wants to feel left out or like they're not wanted. But I do feel like this will put you actually in a better spot in the end. There is healing that will come from this in the end. And maybe this is almost, for some of you, what you needed to happen in order to do what you actually need to do. Because I get the feeling that some of you guys had been sticking with something for quite a while just because it's what you do. This is my job. This is where I work. This is what I do. This is what I know. And all that comfort, right? But with the way that things are shifting right now, not only with you guys, but just like with everybody in the world right now, this really is a time where, yo, if there's something you've always wanted to do, fucking do it. Do it. Like, do it. And I say that as well because you got the Ace of Wands, which is clarifying that Five of Pentacles. So like I said, even if you feel like you miss out or lose on something on one hand this month, it's like it needed to be done for you, almost type of thing. Like this needed to be done, because if it didn't get done, you would not take the chance to do what you actually really want to do, right? Stars wishes come true. This is like wish fulfillment. This is hope and healing. You wouldn't, you know, sometimes if we're not put in the position to have to survive or to have to, you know, really fight for something, then we won't. We'll just take what comes to us, and that works for a while until you start to get that itch that it doesn't. You know what I mean? And so some of you guys, this feels like this is the point. Now, you got the Page of Swords in your environment. That's really interesting. You guys might be dealing with someone who is younger, air individual, right? Gemini, Libra, what's the other one, Aquarius? Also, again, there is emphasis here with kids for you guys for some reason. Yep. King of Pentacles. For those of you guys who are connected to another earth sign, so whether it be another Capricorn, a Taurus, or a what's the other one, Virgo, I do feel like there's thoughts of children. Anyways, there's someone that you guys are connected with. Like, yes, honey, stop it. So we got the King of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck. Right now we have the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, okay. And then right underneath that, we have the Ace of Cups. Yes, Lord. Okay, so look. Many of you guys are connected to someone who, if you don't have a family with them, like they see family with you. Like this is something they think about. They may not be saying it yet, but this is someone who sees down the road. King of Pentacles is reliable. He's all about security. He's got his money together. He's a great husband. He's a great worker. He's great. Like he's solid. You know what I mean? You might have to get him out of his comfort zones every once in a while. You might have to, you know, shake the table a bit, but a really good, reliable person, whether it's a man or a woman. But this is someone who really adores you. I think they see a future with you. Again, for some of you guys, this might just be an emphasis on the family that you already have. But for some of you, also just watch it too, because I don't know. Some of you guys, this could be indicating someone who like your partner likes to snoop. So that to me can be concerning, because that can also be like someone who is insecure. And we know when people are insecure and they get into relationships, and I'm not talking about like the normal insecurities that all of us have, right? We all have insecurities on some degree. I'm talking about, you know, the kind that makes you obsessive and possessive and a little bit So just watch out for that. Someone might be snooping, but also they might be snooping for a good reason. Like they want to surprise you with something. They want to offer you something. This could be someone who's snooping because maybe they want to take it to the next level and they're trying to figure out like your ring size or something like that, you know? Now, Page of Cups is being clarified by the Judgment card. Some of you guys are really thinking about kids and like future and family with this person. Look at right now, the Lovers. And I love the Lovers in this deck because it's so passionate, right? This is about having a love for yourself. This is about having love for your partner, the world. Like just, this is about being in the energy and the spirit of love, right? Yo, either you guys or somebody else wants to solidify this. So let's say if you're dating someone, I feel like this month might be a time where you guys actually solidify and be like, this is my man. If you have been with someone, this might be a time where we take it to the next level. Here's a ring, right? Or hey, it's time to meet the family. Something. There's some type of elevation that's happening this month. Somebody wants to offer somebody something. And it's a love offer. Now, whether that's you or that's your partner, that's what's up. I love it. Somebody really, really feels connected. Honestly, yeah, I don't know. This feels good. This feels good. Now, back to those last two cards I was talking about before, Temperance and Seven of Pentacles. I think you guys need to be patient. I said this to you last month and I still feel the same. There's something that you want so badly, waiting on so badly, and maybe it's one of those things when you feel it too closely, so then that makes you almost more anxious. But yo, be patient. Like everything is happening as it should. Continue to plant the seeds in the right places. I do think that there is an emphasis that you guys need to take a deeper look into your work situation for some of you guys. Some of you guys need to just really get clear on what that is and what you want for that. And then you can have what you want. Victory, right? Six of Wands. This is about being seen. This is about being victorious. This is about also having haters. I always like to remind people, like in the original depictions, you've got the man who's riding the horse, right? He probably just came back from war. And everyone's saluting him and praising him because, yay, you're a champion, a warrior, a savior, all those things, right? But in that crowd of people, not everybody is rooting for him. Not everybody loves him. It's just like these celebrities that we don't even know that people hate or love, right? And it could be for a reason or no reason. So even though you've got the Six of Wands of success, don't be surprised. I don't know. I just feel like for some of you guys, there might be someone who's around you who may be jealous of the things that are happening for you at this time. And again, maybe this has to do with the work thing. I feel like there's a big decision around work that you guys need to make, which is really, really interesting. Other than that, in terms of love and relationship, I think things are going good and growing for the most part. Of course, everyone's not going to be the same, but that's what I'm getting from this read. I think the emphasis is more on work. I think be patient with yourself. Be patient in your relationships. Just because things are good, don't rush them to make them gooder. That's where we mess up, right? Be in the moment every day. Like every day in the moment, right? Now, storm, every hurricane comes to an end. Yeah, for some of you guys who are maybe something has come up, like some type of argument or situation, or if you feel like you're just kind of going through a rough patch, it always stops raining at some point, right? Our problems are not here to stay. Our problems are temporary, and how we handle them in mid-problem is kind of deciphers how long they're here too. But just know that whatever hard time, especially if this has to do with work, y'all, because I just feel it, it's temporary and you will get through this, right? Also, there's 44 in the corner, so that number may be significant for you. Now, I choose to learn through love. I love this card, especially with the storm, because no matter what hardships you guys are going through, it's just a reminder to always choose love. Even if someone's bugging you, even if someone's trying to hate on you, being disrespectful for you, send them love and keep it pushing. Like, you really don't have energy for anything else. And you guys, I feel like a lot of you guys romantically are feeling so good. Do you really want the space to be like mad and hating somebody else? No, that'd be his time. All right, you also got block out distractions, which says your life purpose and other priorities need your undivided attention. So it's time for you to take charge of your schedule and working environment by turning off electronics and avoiding anyone or anything that distracts you from what's important. You already know what these distractions are, and you have the power to responsibly block them out. So you already know what these distractions are. You already know who these distractions are. It's take the reins, block out the distractions. Whatever doesn't feel good, whatever's not productive, whatever isn't conducive for your moving forward, you just don't have time for it. And then last card here, we got playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. And I mean, look, Sag season is the perfect season to get this card in, because when I think about Sagittariuses, they're so fun. Sagittarius are fun. I don't know if you guys have ever dated one, but they're fun. They could be a lot, but they're fun, right? And so really taking on kind of like that playful nature of a Sag while we are in Sag season, because when we get into your season, you already know y'all are ruled by Saturn, and we're going to have to be like back to adulting and being a little bit responsible. No shade. I kind of hate your season. I'm an air sign. I need to just flow and do, and Saturn does me in every January. So yeah, this is a really great month. You guys have a huge decision to make. I think if this resonates already, you already know what that has to do with. I think you need to always choose you first. Don't worry about everything else. Everything else will fall together. Don't worry about the funds. If it's a matter of you guys, needing to get another job, you will. I would start job hunting now before I let something go. But I feel like that's really your only concern. Otherwise, it feels like y'all are just like on a cloud with your boo. So I'm trying to be a Capricorn. I hope that this resonates for you guys. I love you so much. I will talk to you next year in your season. And yeah, have a great rest of this season. Bye.